let's start again. So, like I said, we draw a line. So you just click and drag, and you have a line. Now there's this up. Yeah, I'm drawing in 2D now. I need to draw on a plane. Okay, so if you want to draw a line that's, like I said, perfect. Mm, it's going off. I don't know why. Even when it's full, it's just going off. Okay. So these two guys, Tantan and Tantan, is they are preferable for like when you have drawings like this now, but then you want to draw a circle or something that like a cutting plane. So in a building, so you can now use them to make sure you get an accurate shape. But if it's just draw circle, there's no point using those ones. You rather use the center radius, center diameter, any of these guys. Center radius means define a center. Just click a center point, and then you define the radius. So if I do a radius of 4, it will create a circle who has a radius of 4. If I do center diameter, so if I come to that same place and click specify first point, and I do center diameter, if I do 4, it will not create a circle that is that big. It will create a circle half that size because the bigger circle used radius. Radius is half of a diameter. So I used 4 for radius. That means the diameter will be 8. For this one, I use a diameter of 4, meaning radius is 2. So it's like half of this circle. So depending on how you want to draw, if the shape you want to get, you have a radius of it, then you just click a central point, and then um, you put it. So that's how circles work. You basically just use some accuracy or coordinates to draw your circle. And arcs are similar to circles, just that it has a whole lot more options. We have 3 points, start, center, end, start, center, angle, start, center, length, start, end, angle, start, end. These are kind of weird stuff, but it helps. So if I do like start, center, end now, uh, let me move this guy here. Let me move this one here. Okay, so let's say I want to do an arc that will go across like this. So I click on, uh, let's say, start, center, and end, or okay, let me do, okay, no, no, let me do start, center, end. So the start point of my arc, I want it somewhere here. Hmm? Then the central point of my arc, I want it somewhere here. So you can now see the arc is now drawing. So it's like I've created a pivot point, so the arc is now going across. So wherever I stop the arc, that's where the arc will end. Come there, I'm saying I'm Mickey Mouse and I'm trying to draw. Okay, so that's start, center, end. You choose a start point. You choose where the center will be. So let me do it again. So let's say if this was my start point and this is my center, then it will now create an arc that is the center. And an arc is just a part of a circle, a cut off part of a circle. So if you continue going around, you'll make a complete circle. All right, so that's just generally what an arc is. So if I want to make an arc of 90 degrees, that would be something close to that. And then I have a 90-degree arc. So that's start, center, and you have start, center, angle. So you do a start, you do a center, and then you specify an angle. Right now, it's not showing an angle, it's just drawing. So I could specify an angle, let's say 35, and to draw an arc of 35 degrees. So not long. So from that's 35 degrees from here, that's this, the curve is 35 degrees. So center start angle. And this one, you choose the center first. and then you choose the start point, and then you determine the angle. So it's like start um, um, start center angle here, but now you do center start angle. So let me see. You choose where the center point should be first. Okay, let's say this should be the center point. Then you now choose what the start point should be. Let's say somewhere here, and then you specify an angle. So let's do 48 degrees. So it just creates an angle because this is the center point, this is the start point, and then it now creates, let's see, 48. So basically, that's how these guys are. The other common one of drawing is rectangle. We have under rectangle here, we have rectangle, we have polygon. So rectangle, we just draw a normal rectangle when you start drawing. First of all, you can draw a basic rectangle, but then you can draw a rectangle that already has a thickness, a fillet, an elevation, or a chamfer. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to rotate this screen. Notice all of them are on the plane, right? They are flat. Good. So if I take my rectangle tool and click on elevation first, and I do an elevation of 5 units, and I start drawing my rectangle, doesn't look like anything has gone happened, right? But look at it. It's been elevated 5 degrees or 5 minutes. Is it? Let me refill it. So, but there's something that you should notice or you should take advantage of here. I've done elevation. Every rectangle I draw afterwards will be on that elevation. So I have to go back and click. I have to go back and click elevation and turn it back to 0. So now fillets, Abby. I do a fillet of, let's say, 3, and click my rectangle. So you see the fillet. It's fillet on that curve. If I pick a rectangle again, it has a fillet, but now I do a thickness of 5. So I draw. Doesn't look different, right? It has given me a thickness of 5. Now if I want to go back to how my rectangle is supposed to look like, I have to go back and change everything again. So we did fillet, right? Fillet, I go back to 0. And thickness, I go back to 0. So that everything goes back to normal. And it is flat on the ground again. Right, so that is directly that. Polygon will draw a normal polygon based on how many sides you want. So let's say I want a 6-sided polygon. I can click the first point, then do circumscribe about or inscribe in circle. Remember I talked about this? Inscribe in circle means imagining there is a circle and then the polygon is drawn inside the circle. Circumscribed about circle is imagine a circle is drawn inside the polygon. So let me show those differences. Let me show the differences. Okay, so I'm gonna escape that. I'll do it again. So 6-sided polygon, right? Then it will ask, let me do inscribe in circle. So you see, as I'm drawing it, it's based off a radius of a circle. Like if it's being drawn inside a circle. So let's do a radius of, let's do 4. Okay. So I will draw a circle of this radius. Yes, radius of 4. No, that was diameter, sorry. where is it? Yeah, radius. So radius of 4. So check this out. So if I put this guy here, you'll notice it's the polygon is circumscribed inside the circle. So it's basically that's one. Then if I do the polygon tool again, let me use the up arrow. Remember I said that to get back tools you've used. So I do polygon, six-sided, enter, I click, and I do circumscribe about circle. So I do the same thing. I do, uh, let's say 4. So notice something. Let me move the circle away. This guy looks bigger than this one. This one looks bigger than this one. But they both have 4 as radius. So the difference is this one is using, let me turn on an old snap. Sorry, where's my snap in? The center is selected. So let me pick this guy and centralize him here. This is 4. This one too is 4. This one too is 4. So let me move. Let me specify base points. Move it like this. So now look at the differences between the two of them. One is circumscribed inside the circle. One is, inscribed inside the circle. The other one is circumscribed outside the circle. So that is, it's drawn based on the circumference of the circle. The other one is drawn based on the inside. So they both have a radius of 4. But because this one is inside the circle, the points must touch the inside of the circle. The other one that is circumferenced is the circumference of the circle must touch the lines of that one, of that other one. So it looks larger because it's going around the circle. The other one is going inside of the circle. But they all have the same radius of 4. So it's a kind of abnormal, right? It looks very abnormal because physically speaking, this guy is obviously smaller than this guy. This polygon is smaller than this one, obviously. But based on radius, they are the same radius. Yeah. Yeah. So those are basically the drawing tools in AutoCAD, and when you want to move objects, you can just click on them and move, or use the move tool. So let's say I want to make copies of this guy now, this circle. It's easy to move it because all I need to do is select this guy in the middle. If I select this one here, it's not going to move. It's going to reduce or increase the radius, and it's just like clicking on it on a rectangle. It's going to stretch it, right? The ones on the outside, but the one on the inside will move. So you click and drag to move to a specific point, like here. So if you click on the move tool here, this is the move tool. If you click on the move tool, it will ask you to select the object you want to move. So you select the object and press enter. Then it will start to specify the base point. That's what's the major point that will be seen as the base point when you're moving. So let's say here, you click and then you drag it to wherever you want it to go into, and then you can drop it there. So that's how we move. So just to move something, you do like 2 different clicks or 3 different clicks. Specify the object, specify the base points, then now move it to where you are moving it to. It's not like what we are used to Same thing with rotate. You want to rotate a tool. You have to specify the object, then specify the base point. That's where the central point of rotation is. So you click on that, and once you click, you can now rotate it based on that axis or that pivot point. So just that's rotate. You want to copy the same thing. You click what you want to copy. This guy. Where is the base point of what you are copying? Here. And then you now click everywhere you want the copy to take place. Once you are done, enter. You've made copies. So it's a AutoCAD is kind of like a precision tool that everything you are doing, there are steps to do it. You don't just do it and it's done. Stuff like that. So that's why I said drawing here is not like we used to. Even if you want to mirror an object, all these objects here, everything, all the tools, to do it, you have to specify the tool. Specify where you are going to specify where you are going to move it to. So that you won't say you did mistake because every choice you made it. It gave you three ways to make the choice. You did go those 3 ways, so there's no mistake there, right? So basically that. They want to erase something, just apart from delete, you can use your eraser tool here. Just click and click and click. It's not yet gone though, until you press enter. And that's when it's erased. Okay, so that's drawing, right? So based on what we did yesterday in 3D, um, if I want to bring out a unique shape from here, what will be the tools I will use? So like now I want to bring out this guy, but I don't want to bring him completely. I want him alone, and I want this part alone, but I want them selected together. You know, if I use extrude, it's going to pick up the whole rectangle. But if I use the press pull, it's going to pick up a section where there's an intersection in the rectangle, right? So if I do press pull now, I can pick this section and I can press pull just that section. Okay. Escape, Control Z. Let me change to shaded with edges. So press pull, right? So you will select this and press pull up. Select this, press pull up. So let's do that, something like this. So these are now special corners, right, all around this guy here. And select this, press pull out. Select this section, or let's say this one, press pull to the inside, cut it off or something. So anyone who wants to do, it's not, yeah. So press pull, press pull, press pull, press pull, press pull. It's looking like toilet. Why do you have to now think about toilets? Don't worry. Why? So from here, you can escape. So now these guys, I can connect them to become one object. Let's see. And I use my union, make it one object. So 1, 2, bam, 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 bam. Sorry, 1, 2. Okay, and I can move it out of the way. Okay. So this one can be an object on its own, wherever that is. It's looking like a field obtained for a clamp or something. Okay, since Sure, we are cool with that drawing now. It's not too definitely. It's just that everything you are doing is not drag and drop anymore. Is click, determine the spacing, determine the timing and stuff. So let us now draw this guy. Let's draw this guy and see how successful we will be. Quick access. I will not resend files because I restarted the system. All right. Interior design. Where are you? It's here. Let's draw this guy. Let's draw this guy. Now, let's see how we can achieve this. Okay. Tomorrow we'll draw a building. Let's draw this guy. So I'm going to use the method PRF. Then the drawing is like, why? Okay, so we are going to use our 3D view. And use our 3D view to achieve this. So let's achieve it. So that's the drawing here. I will be I will be calling out, or we'll be looking at the concept and seeing what we do. So let's analyze this drawing first of all. These are like there's nothing here that is normal. So, but generally these are circles. These two are circles, right? The circles have a radius and a diameter. So this inner circle is 24. This outer circle is 42. So that means when we're drawing a circle, we can use center and diameter to get them. That we just get the exact size of the circle. Same thing with this one. The diameter of this circle is 36. The diameter of this is 64. So to draw the first circle, because that is where we will primarily get our concept from, we'll use, even though you're in your 3D view, this is where the circle is. So if you look for circle that is center and diameter, this one. So we determine a central point. It doesn't have to be anywhere in your scene. Just create a center point, and then when you are dragging, type the first length, which is 42. So 42 units, and press enter to give you your first circle. No, just 42. 42. That's 42 units. Because right now there's no specific units, whether it's meters or feet. So just 42. Whatever your unit of measurement is. Right now, by default, you are using decimal. So 42 units is 40. 42 is 42 units. Wherever the decimal is, either inches or millimeters. Do we have that? All right. Next, we want to draw the second circle, this one here. But there's a distance from their central point of 100. So we need a line to determine that distance. And preferably, we want to make it a straight line. So turn on auto, that is this guy, auto mode, using F8 or clicking on this icon here, so that when you're drawing your line, it's drawing a completely straight line. So I'm going to the line tool. The line tool is up here. I want to get the center of this circle. If you are finding it hard to get the center of the circle, go to the rim, as in hover on the rim of the circle. Then you see one cross will appear in the center. So go and click on that cross. That's the center. Now, with your auto mode, just type 100 units to give you the length of that line. Just hover over, if you're not seeing the cross in your circle, hover over the rim, that's the circumference of the circle, the cross will appear. And yeah, so click and type 100. Yes, then enter again. Good. So now you have that line. We all have this, right? I mean, you got it? Do you have the line? Okay. All right. So we want to get this other circle, the bigger one, based on of that line. So we use the circle tool again. You can use your up arrow on your keyboard to access the tools you've just used. So you will see circle in one of them. Okay. So now, no, this diameter will be 64. Yes, center diameter, yes. That's the best one for this guy now, based on at the end point of the line, yes, that will now be the central. Then draw 64. Okay. Let's see. I don't think I measured this 64 now. Let me plan this right here. The center diameter. 64. All right. So I have 64 now, right? So we got that, right? You should have something like this. Okay. What? Jason, what happened? Well, your circle is looking weird. No. Let me see. Yeah, oh yeah, it's looking weird. So undo, Control Z. Um, this diameter, yeah, sure is because this your line doesn't look long enough compared to this guy. It's looking weird. What was the diameter of this guy? Do Control 1. This is oh you did radius now. You're doing center radius. Yeah, so see it's between radius of 42. It's supposed to be diameter of 42. So this circle is too big. So let's delete it. You are using center diameter. That's what you want. No, I said center diameter. So click and now type the 42. Enter. Good. So let's go back again. So I click here. 64. Enter. Yeah. So it's looking weird. So let's adjust your view. Remember, this is a parallel view. So you need to be in a good position. Oh, sorry. Let's go back. Circle. Yeah, 64 type around this one. Enter. Better now, right? Good. What? I know I have it. You don't have it. Why not going? I think you draw. You were watching something while we were doing this thing. But not the picture. You don't need the picture. Follow these instructions as I'm doing. You are watching the screen. So you are not. You were watching something when I was talking. That's why I stood up and came. So we do it again. Please pay attention. You are making it look like if every, all the pep talk I talked is for pep, Pepsi. So Amir, this one, do it again. So see what you are doing. You are drawing, picking a circle. The option you are using is center diameter. That one. Pick any points in your design. Click and drag. Then type 42 for the diameter to get a diameter of the circle. No, I'm showing I'm here. All right. Have you done that? 42 years. While you are drawing the circle, just stop and type 42 and press enter. Okay. Now pick your line tool. Line. Good. We need a line that will come from the center of this circle. So like you can see here, I'm coming to the center. I can't see the center of the circle. So just go over the rim and you'll see that cross will appear. So we need to click on that point and turn on this guy here, this auto mode, or press F8 on your keyboard so that you draw a very straight line. So turn on and that line should be 100, 100. So you type 100 and press enter twice. When that's done, let me know. Why am I hungry? Okay. Like say you're hungry. Yes. I've not eaten. Okay. No, I want us to finish this thing before we go today. It's not hard. Yes, question. It's done. What's the 47 is the rim of the circle. No, 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 it's not confusing you. The picture is showing you the complete thing, but the it's measuring the wireframe. That's the blueprint of everything that is done. So you get this. So that's this 42 and this 22. You are going to extrude it up. Cowbell. If you, no, it's not a roller coaster. Most of these things are like either hinges or plugins. Come and sit here. Is what? I put 42 on the circle, and this is you are like this. This one is a graph issue. Let's, let's try it again. This sorry, just give me a few minutes, guys. Um, you said listen, listen, should be Komoko. So let's try this again. Um, 42, right? Okay. Then pick the line tool. We want to get the center of the circle. So here. Then we want auto mode because right now this line isn't straight. So this is auto mode. This guy can come and click here. Then we type 100, enter twice to give us the um, length of. Okay, this is where the problem is. Your middle mouse is is touching. It's the one that is causing that was causing that thing. Because even I'm trying to orbit it, even issues. You can see. So here you're going for same circle, but this time 64. Right. So let's continue from here. So just be careful with the mouse, or you can use this mouse for now, because that guy is giving you too many issues. Okay. All right. So guys, listen. Hello guys. So guys, let me talk like there's a particular guy that does that thing. Hi baby. For AI. No, you should sit down. Yes. Mm. If you tear apart a car or one of those machines, you find all these bolts inside. Okay, so let's do the circle again. We'll draw to circumscribe this inner one. So you click and drag. This one is a diameter of 24, and then the other one is a diameter of 36. So yeah, kind of close. Yeah, sort of. Afternoon. Sorry. The first one is 24. That's for this one, the one on the inside. 24. Then for the bigger one, the inside one is 36. Right. Okay. Once you have that, you can delete this line. You don't need it. Or oh wait. I just realized we haven't gotten this tangent. This one we need a tangent for it to be drawn to connect the two outer circles. So let's make sure our tangent snap is turned on. Come, come to this place here that has the object snap. This rectangle is a small rectangle. Click on the arrow there and locate tangents. Make sure tangent is turned on. Okay, so once that is done, you can click on the rectangle on the this thing back to close it. The little arrow. Then we draw a line. Make sure auto mode is off. turn off your auto mode, draw a line, pick the tangent from your circle. If you are having issue getting the tangent, turn off the center snap as well, so that it's just tangents that is showing. Mm. So that you only get tangents. We just need the tangents stuff. So pick a tangent, any tangent, doesn't really matter where, as long as it's connected to the circle. So tangents and tangents. So that we have this connection here of the ring. Because that's where we'll bring every other thing from. So after you've done the tangent, you can delete the line in the middle. You don't need it, so you don't make mistake. It's like a pulley. Tangent. So turn on tangent from your object snap here, where we have, where my mouse is, that square, there is a triangle there. So click on it. Make sure tangent is checked and uncheck center. Good. All right. So now when you take a line, just go towards any of the circles. You will see the tangents. Click, then drag to the next line. Click, enter. Then you could do it again for the second side. Are we done? Trying? Ooh, that was not good. Hello. Can we go on? No. Mm, very life. Okay. Yep. Mm. Yes. That's why we use that tangent. They align with the outer part of the circle, not the. Okay, that's in perfectly aligned, right? Yeah, not quite. It's, but if you are using tangents, it will be. It will be. Yes. If you're using tangent, because once you are drawing the line, the tangents will show towards the edges of the circle. That is the corners. Don't put it here. Put it, come to the, when you're drawing your lines, make sure it's on the sides like this, so that you know that it's following the tangent. That's where the circles meet a line. No, yours is okay. So it's just to delete the middle line. Select it and delete it. Yes, select it and delete the middle line. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Man. That's okay. That's good. As long as the thing about these snappings we are using is, as long as that snap is triggered, once you click, it will snap to where it's supposed to be. That's the benefit. Okay, so now we're going to do press pull to bring these guys up, not extrude. press pull, because if we're doing extrude, for instance, these are lines. It will not bring out a solid, to bring out a surface. So it's press pull that will pick up all the empty spaces. So we'll bring up press pull. This is the first one we will pull the press. So this is the first one we will use, this one. Make sure the two rings are highlighted. That is, you are in the center of the two rings, right? Then click. Now, pulling upwards, we need 24. 24. You can turn it to realistic mode or why are you falling? Okay. Now you can 24 units, yes. When you are doing your press pull, once you trigger the press pull, type 24 to get it up. Now for this one, this wider one, this one is 36. When you start dragging up, type 36. And then for this one in the center, it's 12. So once you are there, just escape to come out of the press pull rub. So you should have that. You've done the 12, right? Let's see. Why are you looking at it from top view now? No, I'm trying to change it. How is it stuck? How are you changing your stuff? You padlock this. Let me see. Okay, it's your system. It's not that it's stuck. It's sure. Yeah, yeah, something like that. Okay. Great job, great job. That's 12. Then escape. Switch to um, yeah, that. No, yes, so you can see the lines. Sorry, Jason. Don't worry. So that you can see the lines, you can change to shaded with edges instead of realistic. Shaded with edges, so you'll be able to see the demarcations you're making. Shaded with edges. Okay. Now to draw this one, uh, it's not the wedge tool. We're going to have to draw a polyline, but facing we're going to change the UCS to face front so that we can draw this guy and extrude it. This guy. Is that a wedge? Yeah, this wedge. We're going to have to draw the wedge because we can't use a 3D wedge to get it. Okay, so next step is to achieve this guy. Firstly, let's do calculation. Yes, well, we need to calculate 100 minus this distance minus this distance to get the length of this guy. So half of 42 is what, 21, right? So 100. AutoCAD has a calculator, so just type calculator. We have calculator. Yeah, it does. For people like Jason. Wait, so type calculator. Yeah, just type calculator. Yeah. Yeah, we started, no problem. So calculator, we need 100. So just do 100 minus The first radius we are removing is 21. That's the size of this 42. So 100 minus 21, then minus this one that was 64. Um, I think yeah, this diameter is 64. So this will be the radius of 64. That is 32. No, 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 from the no 21 is half of the radius of the big circle. We are taking from which one? This one, and that's so we are doing the radius of that. We're removing half of that radius. That is 21, and also this one that is 64. The radius is half of that, so that is 32. 32. 32. The diameter is 64, so half of it will be 32. So once we get that, our number is 47. So that means the length of this guy is 47. The height of yes, the height of him now, we need to measure the height. The height is different on both sides. So don't worry, AutoCAD calculator keeps, it's just like normal calculators, keeps history. So you get the height by, for this big side, 36 minus 12. That will give you this height. So 36 minus 12 will give you this height. And this one will be 24 minus 12, which will be 12. This height is 36 minus 12. This other height will be 24 minus 12, so that is 12. Mm. So we have 47, 24, and 12. Mm. So when we are drawing this line, that's what we're using to get the heights. The tangents will fit in. So let's switch our work plane to front. Something like this. Come here, or while your work frame here, switch it to front. And you will the take the line tool, do those drawings, because now that you switch the front plane, it's going to draw on the y-x axis on this grid. So with the line tool, you pick a point. You can use auto mode so that it's straight lines. Pick a point, move downwards, specify 12. Yeah, pick any point. Specify 12, enter. Move inwards, as in away from that point. Specify, pick the first point, specify 12. Press enter. Then move away from that point and specify 47. Then move up and specify 24. Then you can turn off auto mode, or just come and click on the last point. Come back to this end point here and click and press enter. So you have that shape there. That's what we're going to put into that hole, into this space. this. Mm, yeah. So basically, that's what we're going to use to put to that spot. Ah, mhm. All right. So remember, first point, then calculate for 12, go down, move to your right, calculate for 47, move up, calculate for 24, then come back to where you started and click and press enter so that it forms that shape. Once you've created that, you can now switch back here to world view so that your stuff is back to normal. So we're now doing press pull for this guy, same press pull with a width of 12. That's to um, take on press pull. Take on this format here. What? That's is that an issue? Yes, is that an issue? It's frozen. Okay, okay, sorry. There are people who will say hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye, everything. If you live Regent Street, there are some people you don't know. Okay, since everybody's system is frozen, I think I should pause this. Then we continue tomorrow. His own has gone. His own. Okay, it's not over. He crashed and burned. Yes. Okay. So let's save. Let me stop this. I'll save this. We'll pick this tomorrow. We'll do this drawing tomorrow.